This Mario is the one that's about to whoop Chuy. It's the Chuy whooping Mario.
Dang.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Miguel Quiles here. Today we are doing gaming with creatives. I have a creative guy who you may not have seen, or maybe you have. If you haven't seen him, it's okay, because he's usually behind the scenes. He's my video guy, my editor extraordinaire, Chuy Gutierrez. Welcome.
What's up?
Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty fun. So today we're actually gonna be playing some Mario Kart for you guys and kind of talking about just creative stuff, talking about how you came up in this business and what got you started, and just a bunch of random stuff. It should be a lot of fun. Before we kind of go into that, I want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to B&H for sponsoring this video, sponsoring this series. They kind of provided us with some really cool stuff today. We're actually going to be gaming on some really amazing Asus 4K monitors. I got one for each of us too, so we don't have to like...
Yeah, it's a nice setup. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And basically this entire setup was all provided by B&H, so big thank you. We'll have the links in the description for this video, so if you guys are curious what we used for this setup, I'm gonna put it all down there, so make sure you check it out. Anyway, ready to get whooped?
Yeah. Ready to get whooped.
Yeah, we'll see. I was talking crap, but I can't remember when we flew to... Was it Vegas that we were trying to play?
Yeah, you were beating me. It's okay. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm all right with that. I was trying to remember who beat who. It was funny. We were flying, and one day I was trying to fly out. I think you got to do versus.
I did.
Oh, good. Here it goes.
Why did you play?
Well, let's get us started here. Press A when you're ready. I'm ready. There it goes. So we were flying to Vegas. And one time when I was flying out there, I was trying to play Mario Kart while the plane was taking off. And if you haven't tried to do that before, try playing Mario Kart when you're on a plane, you're about to take off. I don't know about you, I got sick.
Yeah, I got a little dizzy.
Yeah, like I couldn't do it. I really, really wanted to make it work, and yeah. So I told Chuy, I'm like, yeah, go and try to play at the same time. Couldn't do it. Anyway, so I've got, which version of Mario was this? I forgot what they call him.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the raccoon Mario.
Yeah, but he's got a name.
He's,
Gotta,
oh well.
Gotta see what this is doing.
This Mario is the one that's about to whoop Chuy. It's the Chuy whooping Mario.
Dang. Playing Shy Guy.
Oh man. All right, I'll let you pick.
We'll start easy. We'll go with the first.
There we go.
First prick.
All right, so Chuy, tell the audience a little bit about yourself. What do you do? What's your specialty?
That's the thing, I guess. I don't specialize. A lot of people might look down on that. I don't. Some days I might be doing some portrait work at my studio. I have a studio in Brooklyn. Some days I might be shooting BTS video, or working on a short film as a cinematographer, or working for some sort of campaign for some sort of social content.
Nice.
And then the next day I'll be, editing all that content. So yeah, it's really kind of, I prefer it this way, not to specialize, but it's definitely sometimes kind of hard to, I don't know, to really hone in on something, right? Because I could be spending all my time working on getting better at video, or working all my time working on getting better at portraits. So, but it definitely keeps things interesting, and it keeps me busy. So
that's pretty awesome. How long have you been doing this this video thing? I know you've been shooting. Did you start shooting first, or did you do video first?
I did video first, and if you want to take it as far back as when I got interested, I think we were in 8th grade.
Dang.
Yeah, we had my brother and I got a hold of my parents' old camcorder, and it was it's like a VHS camcorder, it's an RCA camcorder, and we started making a whole bunch of videos. This is around the time when, like, MTV had Jackass, me and my friends were doing a bunch of stupid videos like that. And then,
Jackass style videos.
Yeah, and then we kind of slowly just started, trying, instead of doing just one take for everything, start cutting, doing different angles, started talking to my theater teachers, where he's like, hey, maybe you should cut it in between your takes. And at the time we weren't really editing anything.
Right.
So it's kind of tough. But then we slowly got into it. Our parents saw that we were getting into it, so we asked them if they could buy us a capture card, and then all of a sudden, hey, we have our footage shot on our VHS camcorder on our computer, and we could add music and do all this stuff. So throughout high school, I started getting into it, kept going. My junior and senior year, I took a media tech class, and that's where they taught us Final Cut and let us use some mini DV tape cameras. So yeah, and then just
only the best.
Yeah, college just kind of studied it. Went into that. While I was in college, I was working at the media tech services department for the university. So I learned a lot of kind of more like news gathering kind of stuff there. In the meantime, while I was going to school, learning more of the film side, I got in with the people who were doing weddings in my area, and started learning kind of like that live documentation of a day kind of thing from them, and how to make it cinematic while live capturing. And yeah, pretty much been at it since for video, as far as video. I've been doing photo for a little bit less time. Yeah.
I was in second place.
Yeah, and you were just listening.
And I end up Tanuki Mario.
Yep,
That's
there you
who
go.
it is.
So yeah, so it's been quite a while. I mean, I don't know how old I was when I was in 8th grade. Probably like 14. So I guess I've been interested in it for the last 14 years or so. But I've probably been doing it professionally for the last 5, 6.
So what when you started out, what was it that drew you into doing video? Was it the hopes of making a movie? Was it just like a fun way to socialize with friends? What was the I'm gonna get my hoodie on and get into game mode here. What was your what was it that drew you into doing it?
Yeah, I guess it was just the fact that it was something to do with my friends, something that was just a little different than just playing video games in our living rooms the whole time. We would go, actually outside of sports, it would make us go outside and do stuff. And I guess it was just, while we didn't know it at the time, it was feeding some sort of creative itch that we weren't getting, through school. Since we were playing sports and stuff, sports really aren't that creative. They're fun.
Yeah.
And most of us at the time, we had quit, any sort of musical studies or anything like that to kind of concentrate on sports. So this was a different outlet. And I guess with that, kind of the idea of coming up with an idea, no matter how simple or dumb it could be, and then seeing it happen, step by step. I guess that's the bug of collaborating with someone kind of really stuck. And even if it was just collaborating with yourself, right? When you're coming up with ideas, writing them down, saying, hey, I want to do this video, and then getting a group of people together to do it. It just kind of, that interest kept growing. Our videos, as bad as they may seem now, if I could still find them, they were improving slowly. So it's just kind of it was a different place to put our brain power and, kind of have something to show afterwards. We would show our friends and our family and share it on the internet and whatnot.
They were probably like, wow, this is amazing.
You guys are so talented. Yeah.
You should be making movies.
Yeah. You should be jumping into all sorts of dumpsters.
Oh man.
So yeah, so it's just it was and it just kept growing. I mean, the more we could experiment, the more we could once we were able to add music or do individual cuts, and then it kind of just became a way to pass the time. 1, with my brother, and 2, with some of my best friends. So that was basically our weekends. During the week we were in school and going to sports, and on the weekends we weren't playing video games, we were shooting videos.
That's awesome. Do you remember what your first camera was?
The first one we were using?
Yeah, your first video
I don't remember the model. It was just an RCA.
Like a VHS?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I bet the stuff was super cinematic.
Super. It had an all-in-one zoom lens, and we were always shooting wide open, I think. I don't even think you could control any sort of aperture.
Yeah, everything was in focus.
Yeah, it was all in focus, and it was all out of focus. And then I ended up getting a small Panasonic mini DV camera that we used for a little while. And that was basically it for video cameras. After that, it was just whatever the schools, whether we were using the equipment from my high school or college, right? They had cameras, we would rent them out, and we'd shoot with those.
Right.
They were also, for the most part, mini DV at the time. We were barely it was that transition of moving over to mostly digital stuff. And the schools just kind of weren't there yet.
Right. I need to catch up.
Yeah.
I'm way behind. This is, again, 4th place. It's terrible.
I know.
I need to somehow wreck your wreck this next one and get you to like.
It's Shy Guy on a black Vespa.
Yeah.
And that's basically me.
Well, you have a Vespa.
Yeah,
so.
I have a black Vespa. So like.
But you're not really a shy guy though.
I think I am.
I've seen you do some pretty dumb stuff. So
that doesn't mean I'm not shy. Has nothing to do with being shy.
Apparently not.
Oh no, I'm gonna mess up.
Yeah, I messed mine
Yeah.
up. My lunch didn't happen. So do you remember your first like? Because you said that you went to school for this, right?
Yeah, to a degree.
Somewhat. So
Yeah.
like, what? Do you remember your first project that you did?
Yeah. Well, first project of shooting. Yeah, it was in this class called it was location something. Basically, it was like a mini cinematography course, and we had to do a couple projects, which included like shooting a basic music video or shooting a dialogue scene. But our first project was to shoot a visual joke, and mine, I guess I don't want to say the title here because it's not PC. It wasn't PC when it was around, and especially the way that things are now.
Yeah, it was even
yeah.
worse.
But yeah, it was a visual joke. Basically, the idea was we couldn't, we could have no dialogue, so we basically had to tell everything through the shooting, and the joke had to come across, or very little dialogue, I should say, because mine did have some dialogue. And yeah, I shot it. For a little bit of explanation behind it was basically a guy goes into the restroom and another guy follows him and acts kind of weird. It turns out he's not all there, and he finds out at the end. But yeah, that's really not that funny.
Sounds like worst nightmare.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. Anybody
Get
who's
stuck in the bathroom with some weird person.
Yeah, and the guy was a germaphobe, so it made things awkward for him. Oh no, I messed that up.
Oh, don't worry. I think you're still gonna get first. I'm in 7th place right now.
Well, I got a blue shell coming after me, and there's no stopping that. I used whatever could. Oh, a red shell technically just saved me. Look at that. So yeah, that was it was a visual joke basically. It was my first project there in college. And then we were just shooting short films outside of that though. So I had a small group of people who wanted to do more than what we were doing in class. So we got together and created a small group, and we were just kind of shooting short films on the weekends. And yeah, going from there.
Do you think it was worth going to school for filmmaking?
I don't think the program I was in was necessarily strong. I didn't go to a film school. It just happened to have a program.
They just had classes.
Yeah, but what it did give me was it gave me the time to basically have time on my own to learn, to teach myself what I wasn't learning as far as in class. So if I wanted to experiment with my shooting styles and stuff, it gave me the free time, I guess, in their assignments to be like, oh, hey, you need to shoot X, Y, and Z. And that's where I really kind of found was starting to slowly develop my style. 8th place, huh? Yeah.
Dude, it's like I'm not even trying.
I remember my first time playing Mario Kart.
Man, I used to play Mario Kart all the time. Matter of fact, check this out. So back in the day, Nintendo 64, Mario Kart 64, Nintendo Power Magazine used to be a thing.
Yeah.
And I remember I used to get it like every single month.
It.
Yeah, well, my mom hooked it up.
I was poor.
Back in the day. So I remember they had a contest for Mario Kart 64 where if you won the contest, you had to do, I think it was Rainbow Road. Whoever got the fastest lap or the fastest time would win a gold Nintendo 64 controller.
Oh, snap.
And I was like, oh, shoot, I'm doing this. So I literally just played until my fingers pretty much fell off. And I was pretty sure that I figured out all the little shortcuts, played, and I got some really crazy fast time. So this was, of course, before the days of digital photography. And, taking a picture of a TV screen with a regular throwaway disposable camera is really hard. I didn't realize it until I tried to do it. And so I, took the picture and I was pretty confident I was going to win. I was like, there's no way that someone could have a faster time. So a few months later, they announced the winner of this gold controller, and it wasn't me, but yet my time was faster than the winner. And I ended up losing because apparently one of the little fine print things was that you had to have a picture that was clearly showing your time, and I had to flash, use the flash or whatever to take the photo.
Yeah.
And you couldn't really see it. I mean, you could sort of see it, but it was within that margin of error where they're like, yeah, he probably didn't really get that time. Like, it looks like he did, but he didn't. But of course I knew I did because I had my game and you could see like,
Right,
you know,
yeah, you had to.
yeah, like I had the fastest time. So I could have had a gold Nintendo 64 controller. And
If you were a better photographer.
yeah, if only I was a better photographer. Who would have known?
Damn.
One of these days.
Yeah, one of these days you'll be a better photographer.
Yeah.
That you'll be able to send Nintendo Power. Are
And
they
I
even
could win
still
a
around?
gold.
Are they still a thing?
Yeah, you know, I think they do it online.
Ah.
It's not like a...
I don't know if that's
Actual-
the same. I don't think I would subscribe to a magazine if it was just online.
No.
Not like video game magazine.
I mean, I feel like when I bought... I think I bought Cuphead. And they had a thing there that said something about Nintendo Power. So I assume it's still kind of a thing.
Sounds like a GameStop gimmick.
Yeah. Seriously. What games did you play growing up?
So we were definitely like a Nintendo family. So my first system that I remember having, from what I've heard, my dad used to have an Atari, but you know, I never saw it. So
Didn't exist.
Yeah, we had a NES. So just the regular entertainment system from Nintendo, and we
Dang it.
we played basic stuff. Mario, you know, I think Mario, you know, 2 and 3. Then we had my brother would always beat me at Tecmo Bowl, and
Yeah.
I've always hated that game, and because I couldn't beat him. And then I remember one time, if you look it up, you can Google it. There's this game called Impossible Mission, and I guess it was supposed to be like Mission Impossible, but it was like just a rip off of it.
Right.
And it's a really weird game. But
Is the bootleg one that where you go to Chinatown in New York?
No, I mean I don't know. I didn't know what was going on in the game, so like, I rarely played it because I kept dying. But yeah, so we played those games, and then I remember playing the Simpsons game where you play as Bart and he's kind of just jumping
The
everywhere.
arcade version?
Yeah. Yes, and then there was another one. I can't remember the one where this one was available on arcade. Well, yeah, maybe it was the same one. Yeah, and then then we had a 64 after that, and then on that, of course, GoldenEye, Donkey Kong 64,
Yep.
Mario 64.
All the classics.
Yeah, Cruising USA, Cruising the World.
Yep.
Mortal Kombat. Just Tony Hawk Pro Skater when it came out. That like changed my life because I played that every day. Wow, look at that real quick. 60.
Oh, man. All right, so I think it was a combination of two things. Number one, I had Tanuki Mario. Number two, it was the maps that you chose.
The maps.
That's my excuse.
I legit chose the first section, which are the easiest maps in the game.
So then pick another, do it again, run it back. I'm going to pick a different character.
Yeah.
It was the car. I don't know. What other random excuses could I come up with? It was all of those things.
Everything.
It was a combination of all of it.
So I'm keeping my setup because it works for me.
All right, I'm going to pick, let's see. Let's pick this Koopa Troopa.
All right.
And then I need some different wheels.
If you click the little plus button, it'll show you what those things are doing to your stats.
Yeah.
So you can try to do your best to beat me here.
Yeah, let's do...
I can even show you my stats, so
No, I
you
don't
just
wanna
know what
see
you're
it.
competing
I
with.
don't need it. Whatever stats I
I have good handling and high acceleration. Just
Pick the one that has Excite Bike. Where is it at?
There it
That
is.
one.
Oh, snap.
Done.
All right.
Done.
Well, all I know is I won round one. So
Round one, you've got one. You got a W.
I could quit any day now. I think I've made my point.
Oh man! Of course, the last time we played, I did well, and now it's like I'm playing for the first time. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I only play the Switch whenever I travel, but you know that's kind of what I like about this series is that now it's giving me an excuse to break out my consoles and get some games done.
I've been trying to play more games, but then I feel really, really bad because I have edits waiting.
Yeah.
So I think in the last 3 months, the longest I've been able to sit down and play a video game was for like 45 minutes.
Oh,
I
geez.
mean, I still haven't passed Red Dead Redemption, so it's just sitting there, and it makes me pretty sad.
Yeah, it's such a good game. I really want to play it too, but
Yeah. and then-
unfortunately, it's a little tough.
Yeah, I have 2 games
that.
that like I think my roommate bought me last year for my birthday, and my birthday's coming up. So and it's still in its original shrink wrap because I haven't been able to play it.
Dang.
Yeah. The only game that I passed was I bought a PS4 Pro, and just so I could play God of War.
Did you finish it?
Yes, I did. Oh, I passed the story. 100% completion. I'm not 100% completist, so usually have fun, pass the story, and move on.
There we go. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Was that you? Who's
No.
It's like everything that people are getting, it's all just targeting me. It's great.
I don't know about that. I just got a blue shell. I don't know who else you could target. You want to know, like,
Hopefully
those
not
in
me.
first place. Was.
I was in second for like a split second, and then yeah.
Who are you playing as?
Koopa Troopa.
No, come
There
on.
we go. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to play seriously and talk at the same time.
I mean, I think I do better as I'm talking.
Really?
Yeah, I was in first when I was talking. I'm
What
not
do you
talking
know?
now.
Oh, you know what? I just saw that little waterfall. I don't know if that was a shortcut. Go, go, go. Go, little Koopa. You got this. Go ahead and get that slide boost. Oh, I'm in 7th place. It's like I'm not even trying again.
Oh, my banana hit someone.
Oh, yep, I hit a banana. Dang it. How about that?
How about that?
How about them apples?
How about them
Or
apples?
bananas. There we go. You got first?
Yeah, I sure did.
Sad times.
Yeah, happy times.
Sad times in the keyless household here.
Yep.
Man, 8th. This is actually,
And you got a blue shell.
yeah, this is my
like
map,
adding
man.
insult to
This is
injury.
just sad. All right. Let me sit up and be serious here. Let's do this.
And you got the comfy chair.
You know, well, the other thing too is this resolution is so high quality and so high res, it's actually making my vision blurry.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah,
So,
it's doing the
you know, 'cause
opposite.
it's just
I
like it's
see.
so much
Yeah.
clarity and detail. Man,
I want to get those eyes checked.
You know what? Actually, that's going to be the next thing I'm going to have to do. I saw that at B&H they have those gaming glasses. I need to get some of those.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, they have like shades
What
that
are
you
gaming
play.
glasses?
I'm telling you, it wasn't a thing when we were coming up, but now it's like they have these shades that I don't know. I guess they cut out blue lights. Who
Okay.
knows? They just
Oh no.
they make you look
sludge.
super pro. Oh, come on. In the air? I see you, though. Let's get serious here
See
for
me?
a minute. Oh, yeah. If I can get these jumps. Bunch of bananas for you next time around. There we go. There you go. Get this.
Did
There
throw
you
a blue
go.
shell? Did you throw a blue shell? Is that what you did?
Nope. But I'm
So
slowly
honestly,
catching
I
up.
think the only thing that's gonna stop me right now is a blue shell.
Or me catching up. Don't worry, I'm in second. I'm right behind you.
When you say right behind,
How about a red shell?
that's gonna get me right out for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't have anything.
But unfortunately, I'm going way too slow.
You said, yep.
There it goes. No, with this stupid ink. Get out of here. Here's another one.
I'm ready for that one now. Suck it.
Are you though?
Yeah. It already hit my. It already hit my banana.
There we go. Oh man.
Let's play the one with Excite Bike, he said. I do good at Excite Bike. Oh,
I do.
come on. There we go. That's good.
There we go. Boom. So let's get back to the creative topics here, since apparently Mario Kart is just not my game today. It's just not working out for me here. So what for your style of filmmaking and kind of like shooting videos, do you have necessarily people that you look at, like filmmakers that have come before you, that you kind of look at their stuff and you're like, man, I want to shoot stuff like that? Like what's Chuy's inspiration when it comes to filmmaking?
It's kind of tough because one of the things, I'm not a film buff, and when it comes to names of just like people are like, I mean, there's movies stylistically that I really like. I mean, usually by directors and stuff. One of them that comes to mind, his name's Alex Proyas. He's the guy who did the first Crow movie, and he did like iRobot, and he did my favorite movie called Dark City. And the cinematographer name actually is the one that doesn't stick. But movies that are stylistically shot like that. He also did Gods of Egypt, so we're just kind of not talking about that
Man, I really
movie.
wanted that movie to be great.
I didn't see it, but I just saw the trailer. I was like, nope.
Really? Dude, I saw the trailer and I was like, that looks epic.
No, it didn't.
And then, I mean, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you actually remember that movie and saw the trailer. I feel like it was so bad, it was just forgotten. But when the trailer first came out, I was like, oh, this is going to be just an amazing movie.
Right.
And then it turned out terrible.
But just pretty much
times.
anything I watch nowadays where it's just like, it's fun. I mean, one of the recent movies that styles that I really like is the way they shoot like movies like John Wick and stuff, especially the first one. If you look at the way it's shot, it's a lot of action sequences, but they're really clean in the way that they shot it because the choreography was good. They weren't like trying to make up for bad choreo.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, basically anything I see throughout the day, really, it's just my inspiration really comes more from honestly, my mood.
Right.
You know, if I'm having a good day, or if I'm having a bad day, the way I look at things changes. So I go out and just kind of walk around. And, you know, if I'm having a bad day, I tend to look at the darker side of things, especially living out in New York City. I mean, find random alleyways or just dark corners of the city and really kind of get to explore a different side of it.
My own bomb! My own bomb!
I'm not doing so well on this one either. I mean, I'm still beating you, of course, but
Of course.
yeah.
This is so sad.
I'm definitely fighting here. Fighting for the right to win.
Ah!
Gotta get them.
Need my coins.
Yeah. Pro tip, if you get all your coins, you go faster.
I want to go fast. Here we go.
Yeah, because if you're not first, you're last.
That's right.
Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby. Oh! Almost hit the banana. There we go. Don't take it. There you go. There you go, kids. That's how it's done. Throw a couple shells out there. I don't know who that guy is, but there we go. Perfect.
No!
Perfect. Go.
Blue shell.
Come on.
Come on, man. Come on.
Go, go, go. I feel like I'm gonna have to redeem myself and play like something different. This is just really bad. It's just terrible right now.
I mean, you're better at fighting games than I am, so if you wanna win, you can play a fighting game.
I don't care. I mean, you know, I gotta be nice to my guests, you know?
You don't, I'm not a guest.
I mean, sort of. That is true, actually. That is very true. So, what are some of the places that filmmaking has taken you? Because I know that's, for a lot of people, I think that's kind of their motivation. I know yours was different, but for a lot of people, their motivation is just being able to like travel to different places that they've never been to. And
I mean, I personally hadn't traveled much. I mean, I grew up in South Texas, so every now and then, I mean, every week or every other week, I'd go visit my grandparents in Mexico, but that was really right across the border. And I mean, when I moved to New York was the first time I had ever gotten on a plane, and that was 4.5 years ago. I'd never flown, and that was like my first time actually traveling outside of my hometown, outside of the immediate area, besides the occasional road trip upstate or whatever. But yeah, since then, some of our work now, I mean, in 2007, I finally started traveling to shoot. We were doing, small, sponsored content or like short form documentary work. And that one kind of more took me across the United States. So, we were going to, it's like Denver and, like Arizona, New Mexico, California, going further, out here in, the East. So like, kind of going, just exploring more of Jersey and all that kind of stuff. And then recently, we've been to, I went to Iceland twice in the last year and then earlier this year. And there's a chance, we might be going to like Dubai and Japan later on this year. So that sounds really cool and it's a lot of fun. Usually we try to like work most of the days and then leave one day open to actually explore.
right.
But I mean, really, if we're shooting kind of doc stuff, I mean, you do kind of get to explore these places and see new things and kind of dive into some of these different cultures. So yeah, I mean, definitely those are the places that I've been to that are off the top of my head. And you know, it doesn't matter whether I'm traveling, you know, internationally or just here in the States. I mean, it's seeing something I've never seen before, and just meeting new people. So it's really, it's definitely getting cool now because, you know, there's only, you know, not that I don't like being in New York, but sometimes, you know, you just need to get out.
Right.
And you need something different.
There's still plenty more to see.
Absolutely, there's a lot, and you know, even more to shoot. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be good times, especially Japan. I think that's probably on my bucket list of places that I'd love to go to, and maybe one day potentially make some content. You like that?
Did not.
That was good stuff. A little bomb for you.
Might actually win this one.
I don't know. I would like to. It'd be nice to get at least one first place finish.
It's gonna ruin my streak.
There we go. Here we go.
No!
No! Right at the edge too. Oh, good. I was gonna say, don't do me like that. Nope. Nice try. Both missed.
Yeah.
I
was like, I don't know what you were trying to do there, but
I thought I had like a wider radius there, and apparently not.
Oh,
here we go.
Not sure what you were going for, but it definitely wasn't the win.
Nope. Not this time. Dude, I could see you. I'm not sure if those spinny things actually make you go faster.
They do. They give you a tiny boost.
Ooh, so lucky. Yeah.
How did I end up in second?
Come on. Missed it. No bueno. I see you. Oh, come on. Ah, so close.
Got quiet because got a little serious there for a second.
So close, I know. See, that's what happens. That's what happens. We're and it's still 60-30. Terrible.
Yeah.
All right, new game. New game.
It's just gonna rage quit.
Seriously, it's just terrible. So while I'm picking a different game, let's see. So what's some of your favorite gear?
Favorite gear.
Like what are your favorite lenses to shoot with? What's
my favorite focal length. I mean, lenses. I mean, varies. But like favorite focal length, definitely. I love shooting 35 millimeter lens. And it doesn't matter if that's on a full frame sensor or if I'm shooting it on a Super 35, you know, video camera. Just something about a 35 mil. It's the one lens I can put on my camera and pretty much get 90% of the work that I need to get.
Right.
If I'm just gonna say, hey, we're picking one lens. It's not even a zoom lens. If you had me pick one lens that I could shoot with entire project with, I would pick a 35 millimeter prime and could shoot that all day.
Yeah, pretty much all the videos that we did for my channel early on, I would always ask. I'd be like, okay, what do you want?
Yep.
You're like, 35.
Give me a 35. Yep.
Every time.
And
do you just find it makes that it's kind of like what looks closest to your eye, or is it just
not
like
necessarily? Yeah, it's just I love the look it gives me. And usually, since it's a prime, you know, it's kind of a fast lens, but it's wide enough to give me. You know, I can get an establishing shot if I take a few steps back, and I can technically still get a decent close-up. And most 35s tend to have a pretty, you know, decently close minimum focusing distance. So it's kind of the best. It's right in the middle. It's the best of both worlds. I never feel like it's too telephoto. I never feel, because it's not, but I never feel like it's also too wide.
Right.
So it's right in that middle spot that lets me kind of like, okay, I can step in if I need to get a close shot and step out if I need to get a little bit of wider shot. And for the most part, it can cover just about anything I need while being a prime lens. So that's why I love it so much. You know, I still love the way a 50 looks on a, you know, full frame camera, but when it comes to switching over to the, you know, Super 35, you know, sensor size, crop sensor stuff, it just doesn't work for me. So this is the only lens that like works for both.
Right.
You have like no characters unlocked.
Yeah, well, you know, I just got the game, so
I didn't buy it because I don't have time for it.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of time to get everything unlocked here. So, and you know, it's funny. This was a game I never ever got into, and you'll probably be able to tell that right away.
Oh, look at that!
Like how I just fell off the map here. Terrible. Terrible.
I haven't played this in a while.
I'm sure there's probably people watching this like, oh my gosh, two absolute noobs.
I used to play this all the time. Actually, it was Melee. Was it Melee? Yeah. And my friends and I got an achievement for playing for 1,000 hours. And
what?
we didn't play that game for like the next 2 months.
Oh my gosh.
We felt like we should go outside.
Should go see some sunlight.
Yeah, check it out. I'm gonna do such a Kirby thing to do.
Oh no!
No.
Ha. Not sure how I did that. No, no, no! Not sure why that's happening, but...
Wow, I suck at
No.
this game.
Yeah. This is one of the fighting games that it never really made sense to me. like that. Like, it doesn't really make
Who
very
just
much
won?
sense.
Let's do the dance, Kirby. Come on, there you go. Look at that.
Terrible.
He's so cute. I love Kirby.
Don't clap. Don't clap for him.
Yep.
Don't give him
I
anything.
can hear Link's claps.
It's terrible. Terrible.
Maybe
So,
oh.
new foe has appeared.
No, that means who
is this?
It looks like Bowser.
He's all like,
Yeah.
Oh,
So I gotta beat him, and then you have Bowser unlocked. I think that's how this game works.
oh, that's pretty cool. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, I would love to know, for those of you that are watching, or from those of you that are watching, what games would you like to see us play in the future? Today, I just kind of had the Switch set up, so I said, hey, let's play some of these games that I have, but I don't know, do you guys like Magic the Gathering? Do you guys like Mortal Kombat?
Magic the Gathering.
Hey, so I downloaded, check this out, it was crazy. I looked it up online. Magic the Gathering Arena has like tons of people that play. And I'm thinking, man, that's kind of how I got my start in photography, professional photography. I sold all of my Magic the Gathering cards to buy my first camera. And now I'm like, man, how awesome would that be for this to come full circle and just go back and start playing that?
Oh,
like,
that was
seems
me.
like it'd be pretty fun.
That was,
yeah.
I did something. I don't know what
You
it was.
changed.
See, I just unlocked Bowser for you.
See, look at that.
What's up?
Bam. He looks pretty awesome too.
I know this.
These monitors are sick.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Meanwhile,
yeah.
I'd like to thank Asus.
Yeah, seriously.
Asus.
For making.
How do you?
I always say Asus,
Asus.
but it could be Asus. I don't know.
Asus.
Asus. I'm sure if you call.
We need a rep on this real quick. So,
Yeah.
company rep, let us know.
Let us know. Actually, let us know in the comment section for the video. Is
That's
it
true.
Asus?
Yeah, spell it out.
Or
Spell it out
Asus?
phonetically.
Like Jesus.
Yeah, like my legal name.
Like his legal name, his government name,
Jesus.
Jesus. But he goes by Chuy.
I do.
So, so for the last question here, for this last battle, let's go with Metroid with Samus. So you talked about your favorite lens. What's next? Like what's like the next big creative thing that you're trying to do that's just, you know, gonna keep you motivated to keep moving forward?
Beating you right now.
Yeah, well, besides that, because that might not be terribly difficult.
So next creative move, just kind of have a lot of things in the works. You know, weird little kind of entrepreneurial things. Like my brother and I are kind of starting this like small like little t-shirt business. We're growing our studio a little bit out in Brooklyn, trying to create more content, and just kind of really honing in, you know, what it means to kind of not have a day job and keep that dream
lot of work.
alive. Yeah, but it's definitely worth it. I mean, I work more than I ever have before, but I feel like I'm just kind of more often working for myself, and I need to keep that growing, and I need to keep it from like failing, basically.
Right.
So I guess it's just moving on to different projects, whether it's you know, getting more clients or just getting better at everything I do, whether it's on the photo end or on the video end. It's getting to the point now where I'm getting so much work.
Whoa, what just
I
happened?
have no idea what just happened.
Something blew up.
Yeah, so I'm getting more work, and it's kind of, you know, getting to the point where like I need to start kind of building a small team in order to kind of make sure that all my projects get finished on time. So it's, I've started doing some workshops for some of my closer friends who want to get into this line of business. And really, it's kind of, it's the start of a small production company, I guess. Really, I've had people who, want to hire me, more than they have been.
Yeah. I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah. And almost kind of to the
More
point where
business
like
coming in.
Yeah, but it's like it's one of the things too where it's like, hey, if I'm being honest about it,
That's not good.
I think I figured out how to use this.
Wow.
Anyways,
okay.
it's just because the movie's coming out, I wanted to be Pikachu. But anyways,
Which looks amazing, by the way.
it does. It comes out on my
Better
birthday,
than
actually.
Sonic.
Oh yeah, Sonic looks like a piece of crap right
Yeah,
now.
that's really
It's
sad.
supposed to fix it, hopefully. But yeah, so it's essentially that. Yeah, I've talked to some people and they're like, hey, we want to hire you more often. But I'm like, okay, do you want to hire me for how I shoot? I'm pretty sure it's not how I edit because I could teach someone how I edit.
Right.
So if I can have some junior editors with me, then I can just be focusing on shooting and having people turn out work for me.
Right.
So basically, yeah, it's the start of finally turning what I've been working on and trying to grow it while it's still being, I guess, me.
Right.
And I guess that comes with building a team.
It's the next step.
Yeah.
Well, our next step is we're gonna go eat lunch because we've been playing for a little while. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed our little banter back and forth. We plan on doing this. Chewy's gonna be behind the camera for the next few episodes, but we do have a lot of guests. Yeah, we got a bunch of guests that are going to be coming on, different creatives from different parts of the industry. So photographers, filmmakers, musicians. Got some really great guests that are going to be lined up in future episodes.
I kind of play guitar. I can come back.
Yeah, you could. Actually, there was one video that I wanted to do and have you like just shredding in slow motion, like hair down, and I'm gonna give you your moment to shine on camera. It's gonna happen. It's got to happen at some point.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, you kind of helped me. I mean, I don't think I lost this entire
No.
What's it saying?
This is pretty bad. You won two rounds of Mario Kart and 2 rounds of Smash. So apparently, I need to go back to the drawing board. Next game, I think, is gonna have to be Call of Duty, or it's gonna have to be old school Street Fighter, or the new Mortal Kombat looks amazing.
Yeah.
So I might have to get that. And
11.
yeah, it looks really awesome. Matter of fact, maybe after this video, I'm gonna go head over to the website and go pick that up. So definitely check out bnh.com. You probably are already shopping for all of your camera and video equipment from there. But definitely go and check them out because they have a lot of great gaming stuff too, if you didn't already know that. So definitely check them out. Thank you so much for sponsoring the video. And thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, whatever feedback it is that you guys have, leave it in the comment section below. What games would you like to see us play? What kind of questions would you like to kind of hear discussed from the guests that are going to be on in the future? I definitely want to hear back. So with that being said, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.